Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrienne and I am doing pregnancy updates on baby number 2. The lighting in here, I'm like trying to figure this out. I've got this ring light and my tripod is missing. I think it's at my in-laws house, so I'm gonna go over there later and try to find it. But for right now, this is the setup. I have to film this. I meant to film this like 2 days ago so that I could edit it and have it up, but life just kind of got in the way. And I usually do this during nap time, but nap time was taken over by other things. So here we are, and I'm combining weeks 19 and 20, and I promise you that from here on out, I'm gonna do my very best to do week by week. I know that there's a lot of stuff that goes on, and like I said, life just kind of got in the way this time. We are gonna jump right into this video and talk about week 19. Again, I have my notes on my phone. I desperately need a new case. I need a new phone. I need all the new iPhone things. But right now, let's see, week 19. Week 19 was very similar to 17 and 18, I would say. No major changes, but I definitely noticed a difference in going to the bathroom. Like, so many more bathroom stops need to be made, and definitely in the morning, because I drink my 1 cup of coffee that you're allowed to have every day, and I try to savor it, but let's be honest, for 1 cup, it's gone within like the first hour, even though I've warmed it up 5 times. It's gone. And then I am always very thirsty in the morning, so I'm drinking a lot of water, especially in the morning. So in the morning, I swear I feel like I've gone to the bathroom 8 times before Weston goes down for a nap. And that might sound a little crazy to you, but that's the reality. And sometimes there's like nothing there, but I feel the urge to go. So maybe that means that baby is like pressing on my bladder a little bit. That's probably what's going on. And I have had an increased appetite. Week 19, things kicked in. I am feeling hungry. I've said this in other videos before that I have like 2 breakfasts almost every morning, and then maybe 2 lunches or like a pretty hearty snack around 3 or 4, and then I'm not hungry for dinner, but I'm hungry for dinner now. And then even after dinner, I'm hungry for a snack. And it's a good thing. I mean, it means that baby is growing. It means that my body needs the calories. I'm trying to reach for those healthy snacks. I'm trying to reach for fruit and hummus, you know, things that I know will fill me up. Not that fruit will fill me up, but the hummus would fill me up. And if I'm craving a sweet thing, then I've been trying to reach for fruit. One of my tips that I've been doing is, especially because it's so important to drink water, is I will squeeze an entire lemon into a full bottle of water. And so if I'm craving something sweet, that lemon, that tartness, just like, sort of satisfies it and puts it away. And then I feel okay. That's not to say that I don't reach for ice cream at night, because I do occasionally. I'm trying not to do it every night. I just, for some reason, I haven't been able to find this the entire time, and it's something that I look forward to every year if we're here in the States. We were living in the Virgin Islands, and it never ever was a possibility, but living here, you can find Thin Mint ice cream. Breyers partners up with Girl Scouts, and they make this amazing ice cream, and I found it, and it's in our freezer right now. I'm trying not to eat the entire gallon or half gallon in like a week, but we will see what happens. This is the last symptom that I had during week 19, and that is a little brain fart. I just read it. A lot more movement happening with baby. I was feeling like flips and turns and kicks and jabs during week 19, and that is amazing to me because I didn't feel any movement from our first baby until maybe the 23, 24 mark. And I think that is because I had an anterior placenta. So it went skin, placenta, then baby. And now, I know this, my placenta is posterior. So I'm feeling so much more movement and it's amazing. I love it. At night, I'll just like lay down and wait for him to start kicking. It's so cool. So week 19, I started to feel a lot more movement like throughout the day, where you could definitely start counting. When do they start doing kick counts? That's not till much later, but I mean, I could if I needed to. And because I'm combining with week 20, we are gonna go ahead and go straight into week 20, and then I'll show you the bump. So during week 20, oh my gosh, you guys, I had just very little heartburn, like the slightest bit, and just at night, I think I ate a snack too late at night and too close to bedtime, and I laid down and it was just, I could feel that heartburn, and we don't have Tums in the house. I'm gonna have to go buy some. I did not feel heartburn with Weston until the very, very end. And everybody always asks me if I felt heartburn with him because he has lots of hair and he was born with a lot of hair. You know, they say that if you have a lot of heartburn during pregnancy, then your baby will have a lot of hair. Well, I didn't have heartburn until the very end, and it was like minimal. I don't even think I took Tums. I just kind of like went through it. You know, I had a thing of Tums, but I maybe took them a couple of times. It was not that big of a deal. But I'm wondering if this time, it could have just been my late night snack. I haven't really felt any since then, but who knows? It could be something that I get to look forward to later on. The other very exciting bit of all of this is that we had our ultrasound, and I'm gonna show you some of the ultrasound pictures because this is our first ultrasound. It's probably our last. Our office does not do very many ultrasounds unless there's a need to do them. You probably watched the gender reveal video already, but if you haven't, I will link it up in the iCards up here. We are having a boy and I am so excited. And we got to see all of his beautiful little features during the ultrasound. And I'm gonna show you some of these pictures. Let's see, some of these. So during the ultrasound, we had someone that was training to become an ultrasound tech. So we were in there for like an hour and a half at least, maybe even an hour and 45 minutes. And then we had to speak to the doctor afterwards because the doctor goes over everything with you. So we had a 2-hour appointment and I was not expecting that. It was nice because we got to spend a lot of time looking at the baby, and we waited to find out the gender with everyone at our gender reveal party. Oh shoot, I left the profile pictures on the refrigerator. Let me go get those. Okay, I got them. It's hard because we had the same ultrasound tech that, we had the same ultrasound tech that did our first ultrasound with Weston. I guess it was our second ultrasound, but the big scan with Weston. And she is amazing. She gave us like 15 to 20 pictures. They were all very, very clear. She said, even this time, I remember her saying with Weston, but even this time she was like, wow, you scanned so nicely. Like, you see all these clear pictures. But because someone was being trained and I don't want to say she did a bad job. She did a fine job. They found all of the things they needed to see. But for those of us who are not ultrasound techs, if we don't have the same knowledge that they do, it's hard to see in her pictures. And because I've seen these pictures before with Weston, like, I know that they can be clearer. So it's okay. We do have a beautiful picture right here. There he is. You can see his nose and his mouth. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to meet this little boy. And the creepy ones. Can you see like the eye sockets? Let me see, let me show you this. There's the creepy one with the skull. and like the eye sockets and the nose, where the nose is in the mouth. And a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say that their first and second babies, like in those pictures, I guess most babies probably look the same, but I have to tell you, I think this baby already looks different. I was like, oh my gosh, his face is longer. Weston's ultrasound pictures were quite round, and he has my round face. My husband has a longer face. So I think he probably will look even more like Matt than Weston does. So that's really exciting, like, to know, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see when he arrives what he actually looks like. And I'm wondering if he's gonna have hair like Weston had. Weston was born with this dark jet black hair, and then it turned much lighter over time. So I just cannot wait. It is so exciting. So from the ultrasound, we went to speak with the doctor, and the baby is healthy. The baby is doing great. Baby is measuring a little bit smaller. Nothing to be of concern, but I found this interesting. And this is because I'm so into like everything pregnancy related. And because, I mean, you guys are probably doing the same thing if you're trying to have a baby, or if you are pregnant, like maybe you tracked your ovulation like I did. I know the day that I ovulated. So I also know that that was 4 days later than, you know, a regular average woman. When I estimated my due date, I thought that my due date was gonna be September 24th based off ovulation. But based off of my period, the first day of my last period, my due date is September 20th. Baby is measuring for a September 24th due date. So I feel like, yeah, I was right, I got it. My doctor was like, well, we're not gonna change your due date. So it's not that big of a deal, but if the baby does go beyond my due date, my doctor was like, don't worry, we won't push you for it until 42 weeks and 4 days. And I was like, oh, that sounds horrible. I can't imagine being that pregnant. Have any of you ever been like in the 42 week margin area, in that area? Because I was only 1 day over my due date with Wes, and I was ready for him to come. I mean, you're ready before the due date anyway, but like the 1 day I was like, okay, we're gonna do everything we can to get this baby out. I forgot to mention at the office, my health, everything is good, and I have so far gained 1 pound during this pregnancy. They said that I lost a couple pounds like at some point during that, so maybe technically I've gained 3 pounds throughout this, like lost and then gained. But from to pre-pregnancy to where I am now, I'm 1 pound heavier. That makes me feel pretty good. Baby is growing just fine, and that's fantastic. I do need to watch myself though, because I am that person who will go overboard. Like if I know, oh, I'm allowed to have those 3 cookies to 5 cookies, like, so I do have to watch myself. I can't indulge too many times. My goal was to gain the like 20 to 25 pounds because I gained, how much weight did I gain with Wes? I gained 50 pounds with Weston, and I can't do that again. I won't allow myself to do that again. It was very difficult for me to work that off, and I was at my heaviest before I even got pregnant with him. So that being said, I'm doing my best to just like gain sort of the minimum amount of weight for my body. Oh. This is not so fun, but I did want to talk about it because it was ridiculous. After our ultrasound, we decided we were gonna be surprised with everybody. We ordered these confetti packets in the balloon, the big black balloon, to pop at our gender reveal party. The confetti packets arrived at our house when I got home from the doctor's office. So I was really excited. I went to open up the box and I find these teeny tiny little packets. They were so small, teeny tiny packets of confetti. And I was like, are you kidding me? You know, you expect to pop that balloon and have confetti fly everywhere. And I saw these tiny little packets I think I was getting a little anxiety about the party and he wanted it to go perfect. And the confetti just threw me for a loop and I started to cry. Like, no joke, ugly cry, can't control myself kind of tears. I took a picture of myself to remind myself how ridiculous this was. I will insert that here. And even the whole time I was crying, I was like, this is so stupid. I'm crying over confetti. I cried over confetti, you guys. Oh my gosh. And you know what? My husband was right, because I sent him a picture of the confetti. Not me crying with the confetti, but I sent him a picture of the confetti. And he said, Adrien, it's all packed and like super packed together so that it comes, you know, efficiently and in a small package. But confetti is very small, thin pieces of paper. And when you know, take them all apart and put them into the balloon, it will do exactly what you're hoping it will do. So I had to trust that that's what it was going to be, because we didn't have time to get another shipment or brought to us, and I wasn't about to go out shopping again. Like, I had way too much stuff that I had to get done here at the house. So it just was what it was, and I was just gonna let it be. And you know what? It turned out great. If you have not seen our gender reveal, I will link it right here and down below, but it was perfect. Everything about it was amazing. All of our family and friends that could make it, and just like when we popped that balloon and I saw the blue confetti come out, I had this moment of like, oh my gosh, Weston's gonna be a big brother. He's gonna have a little brother, and they are going to be the best pals. And I really hope that that is true. And I think that it will be. Weston's been super sweet during week 20 and noticing the baby belly a lot more and kissing the baby. He kisses the baby goodnight every single night now. He says, bye, and he'll come and like he kind of puts his mouth right on my belly, gives him a kiss, and then wraps his arms around me. And we've been trying to teach him the word brother, and it kind of comes out brother, but it's so cute. And I'm very excited. I don't want to get emotional, but I'm gonna show you the bump. It is definitely growing. Can you see that? Hang on. Hang on. Let me put you over here. There's the little baby bump, and if I let it go all the way, holy moly. So I can still sort of hold it in tight like this, but at the end of the day, whew, that's about how I feel. So this is forward. There he is, our little boy. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, please consider subscribing. I will continue to update on this pregnancy, and we've been doing some fun family vlogs throughout the weekends. Those are fun for me to do, and I'm just really enjoying this community and this space, and I cannot thank you enough for all of your support. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye. Mwah.